Welcome to Volunteer Nation, the series profiling everyday Americans who sign up, show up, and get involved by volunteering. For our first episode, we wanted to hear from political volunteers. With Super Tuesday just around the corner, we went out in San Francisco to meet a few. Unfortunately, Republican candidates Huckabee, Romney, Paul, and McCain didn't have offices anywhere in the Bay Area. So we focused on the campaigns that did.
I am a volunteer. I have a full-time job, 9 to 5, and I come here in the mornings before work. I come here after work. I'm here all day on the weekends.
I've been involved since I opened this office. We had a lot of nurses here. We're all wearing lab coats and scrubs, and we were trying to kick off Nurses for Hillary.
The ideal volunteer is just someone who's willing to do whatever is necessary, be it be on the phone calls, set up signs, stand on a street corner and jump up and down in minus 20-degree weather.
Yeah, I've done some volunteering before for other candidates, but those were just doing my part. This is completely different. It's personal this time. It's passionate.
60 million Americans choose to give their time to some cause every year. To help wrap your head around this number, imagine all the employees at General Electric, Starbucks, and Walmart combined. Now multiply that by 25. That's our volunteer nation.
We're one of the few countries where this is actually even an idea of like work a job and help people who don't have as much as you.
People that's doing enough is like voting to me, like no, there's hours that I'm awake that I can be doing things for the campaign.
I have a strong draw to female candidates. When I was a really young child, I volunteered for Geraldine Ferraro.
I've never volunteered on a campaign before. I've never even thought that I would be involved in any kind of thing that requires me to not ever sleep.
I've been involved with the campaign probably about, I'd say 9 months or so. I was in Iowa and New Hampshire, and then for a weekend I went to South Carolina, and now for the weekend I'm in California.
California was only one of 24 states holding a primary or caucus on Super Tuesday. For volunteers, the goal was simple, GOTV, get out the vote.
Hi, Miss Baker.
We're doing an amazing job. The momentum is completely on our side, and this is gonna come down to what most of us think is a field race, and that's you guys.
You don't get too many actual calls, but you leave an awful lot of messages, and you are just hoping that that message might change somebody's mind. Or, hello, Daniela. Have you considered who you're going to vote for? Would you mind telling me who it would be? Oh, wonderful. 4 bells.
You are on the front lines. You are doing everything possible, I know, to get us the vote that we're going to need.
I'll take scripts home, and I'll call either before work or call people after work, fundraise while I'm at work.
All your friends, all your family, encourage them to vote. We need every vote on Election Day. Thank you all. She will be a voice for all of us. Thank you.
If you are a precinct captain, come on and join me right here. If you are not, please.
And in terms of planning this event, getting the location, getting the speakers, getting all the supporters here, I think there were 2 paid employees working on it, and everyone else was volunteer.
I work in theater, and so our lights, they were pointed backwards, and I knew John was just going to be like, his face was going to be in shadow, so we pulled these down at 8 a.m., moved them forward, turned these lights on. It was last minute, but we did it.
Let me just tell you, I flew 6 hours just to talk for 5 minutes.
Somebody once said that doing this work for Barack actually just makes you feel good about yourself, and it's sort of an interesting thing that we so deeply believe in what he stands for that it is something that I just automatically want to share with people around me, and it doesn't really feel like politics.
The volunteer effort to get out the vote paid off. State after state reported record turnout on Super Tuesday. In Georgia, in Missouri, in California, numbers were up an average of 177% over 2004. With continued volunteer support, November 4, 2008 could yield the largest voter turnout in American history.
Imagine we can make history here, and I want to be part of that. I'm part of what makes that possible.
Whether we elect the first female president, the oldest president, or the first African American president, volunteers will be paving the way toward change.
When the world trying to fool you, everybody fools you, and there's no one to talk to, no one seems to believe in your strength. Keep in my heart, I feel incoming changes.
Well, we're talking about changes, and so I wrote the song, I Feel Coming Changes.
When she's elected president, I can finally relax and feel happy that we've done something that was very fulfilling.
When your grandchildren look at you and you see you stand for something and fight for something, hey, it encourages them too.
Don't be the guy that was like, oh, yeah, I almost went, but I went out with friends instead. It's like, don't be that guy. Don't do that, Just go do it, because you'll remember it. It'll be great.
I feel incoming changes.
Are you ready to volunteer? Visit volunteernation.tv and click on your candidate's link to get involved. Next time on Volunteer Nation, meet the volunteers who spend their free time behind bars, helping inmates to read, write, even get their GED. We'll also hear more from volunteers on the campaign trail. Till then, sign up, show up, get involved. Join our Volunteer Nation.